The following program is brought to you by the Center for Educational Outreach at Baylor College of Medicine.
We've looked at what would be a healthy choices for our diet. Do we all need the same diets?
No.
Let's talk about some differences. We were just talking, Mary was just saying that you're diabetic. So would your diet needs be different from mine probably?
Yeah.
All right. And what is a diabetic proportion?
The smallest.
All right. And I might be able to get away with more because
Exactly.
I don't have that condition.
Right.
And Nancy just mentioned astronauts in space. Do you suppose their diet changes any when they're up in space than when they're on Earth? We usually do this as a group of 4 students getting one special dietary challenge. It's a specialty menu. And the specialty menus are ones such as an astronaut's, dining in space it's called. It gives you what your requirements are to satisfy the diet for a day, just as you did on your own. You're going to go back to the serving sizes sheet and the caloric amount on that page, and also the food pyramid sheet that you got from the last activity. Use those as guides to create a menu for an astronaut in space, whoever gets this. We've got one for a person with hypertension. We have one for a person who's strict vegetarian. You know, there are variations of vegetarian. A pregnant woman. These all require slightly different dietary needs. An athlete in training. With the Texan that Roberta was talking about this morning, the Texan football player, he have a different diet than I.
Right.
Oh, you bet. And there's a type 2 diabetic. Mary's mentioned that, and a lactose intolerant. That's another one that Roberta mentioned today. So I'm going to hand these out. You can write on the back. I've put the menu plan here. I also have a spare copy of the menu plan if you don't want to flip back and forth. You're going to create a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack for this person with the special dietary needs. Okay, read about the person first, and then what their special needs are in terms of their diet, and create the proper menu for them for a day. Somebody you're not familiar with, that kind of diet you're not familiar with. Also trying to come up with like Juana's saying, being disciplined in the number of calories and trying to meet that requirement, and follow the food pyramid suggestions of a certain number of carbs, certain number of vegetables and fruits, so forth. What I'd like for you to do is come up and tell us what kind of diet you had and the restrictions that you had, and then the menu that you made and the calorie intake and so forth.